Okay, I'm in Juniper Prairie Wilderness. Now that's a beautiful sign. And we got a kiosk here, Pat's Island. Some history going on. So let's see where this takes us. I tell you what, I am not getting tired of this trail yet. I just am excited to see what each day has to offer. And it's a beautiful cloudy day today. Yesterday was so warm. So yes, loving it already. This is so pretty in here. Big trees just make my day. Oh, what's this? A sign for something. It's a blue blaze trail. It just leads to a highway. So we're not going there. I think that's where the historical part is of the trail though. The Pat's Island part. But not today. I have a destination in mind. Boy, this is really thick in here. Fabulous pathway though. Much appreciated. Oh, there's a glimpse of the prairie. Oh, there's a big cactus. That's the biggest one I've seen on Florida yet. A baby was born to a Levite couple during the time when Pharaoh had ordered that all the male babies should be killed. The mom hid him for 3 months, but then she couldn't any longer. So she made a little boat called an ark out of bullrushes and pitch. She put him in it, and then she laid it in the reeds on the Nile's bank. His sister stood afar off to keep a watch on him. What a good sister. Well, the Pharaoh's daughter with her maids came to bathe at the river, and they saw the basket. When she opened it, she was shocked to see a crying baby. So she had compassion on it and said, "This is one of the Hebrews' children." Then his sister came running and said, "Shall I go and call a nurse for him?" Pharaoh's daughter agreed and said, "Go." So she went and called the child's mother. Pharaoh's daughter said, "Take this child away and nurse him for me, and I will give you your wages." So how amazing that this child that was supposed to have been killed is now getting financial support to his mom for taking care of him. God is so cute in how he works things out sometimes. Historians believe that the Pharaoh was Thutmose I and that his daughter was Hatshepsut, in case there are any Egyptologists watching. Scholars aren't exactly sure how long the mom kept the child until bringing it back to Pharaoh's daughter. Some say after weaning, which is 3 years, and others think it was around 12 years old. Because this child was used by God in such a mighty way later on, my vote would be for 12 years old when he was sent back to the palace, because then his mother would have had time to teach him about God and God's promises to deliver them from Egypt. But I'm getting ahead of my story now. Interestingly, it was Pharaoh's daughter that named him, and she called him Moses, because I drew him out of the water. Now, the Exodus story bypasses 30 years of Moses' life while he was in the palace. But in Acts, Stephen says that Moses was learned in all the wisdom of the Egyptians, and he was mighty in acts and deeds. This is cool. I love dead trees sticking up. Gives it character. This Hebrew boy was adopted into the Egyptian royal court. And if you look into history and archaeology, you will find that Egyptian princes received the highest civil and military training. Some speculate that Thutmose I was going to make Moses the successor of the throne. This was his grandson. By the laws of Egypt, those who occupied the throne were to become members of the priestly caste. And so Moses, as heir apparent, was to be initiated into the mysteries of the national religion. Okay, so this is Orange Blazer. I talked about him in a previous video. He's doing the yo-yo, and I actually got to meet him. I'm so happy. Happy trails, Orange Blazer.
Thank you very much.
So he's done it 5 times. Crazy. Oh, this is a pretty pond. Now, which way does one go around the pond? I think it's this way. Oh yeah, I see a faded blaze. Well, that led to nowhere, but I see a trail over there, so this has got to be it. Looks lovely. I wish I could go for a swim. Oh, that looks amazing. However, in the book of Hebrews it says, by faith Moses, when he became of age, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer in the afflictions with the people of God than to enjoy the passing pleasures of sin, esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures in Egypt. For he looked to the reward. By faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king. Oh wow, our first stream crossing in Ocala. Yay, this is deja vu. Thank you for the bridge. So do you see, Moses had it good. He had luxury, prestige, honor, and some scholars say he was a great military leader of the Egyptians. He had a huge influence in being an Egyptian, but his heart was not in it. The training he had received from his parents was a good foundation, and he realized that he would rather stick with God than with all the glory of Egypt. I'm not seeing any birds on the waters today. I wonder what's up. They found a better spot somewhere. I come across the strangest creatures on this trail. Pretty cool. Walking parallel to Highway 40. Glad I don't have to be on the highway. Oh dear, I would bet a bear did that. Surely no human would vandalize that. How many of us are willing to give up worldly greatness and riches in order to serve God? Something to think about. Okay, this is my cutoff point for the day. 10.2 miles. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.